God. I don't know what I got going
You
on.
feel me? Deep down and dirty. I grew up hella early.
I can still remember when I saw my first time. Okay, you heard me before, but I'm like this like I'm kicking in some front door. Straight on
That's that Drew down.
always been real. 15 blocks down the street from
From that bill.
niggas got it wrong. That po-po is Bravo, and that is my home. Come and see me sometime.
About something in there, about some ride.
After that, the fucking Remy Buster rhyme and get it done. And let's go.
So we obviously have, like I keep saying, we have a new intro, which is us coming on slapping by way of KC. You know,
That's
you
that
are,
old school slapper right there.
yeah, Drew down. You know what I'm saying? One of the originals, straight out of Oakland, California, out of the Bay Area. Yes, indeed. And that lets you know right now, as the clock is ticking, less than a minute past, you are now tuned in to another live episode of No Cap Live with yours truly, KC and Coach P. This is the knowledge and wisdom of KC and Parrish. Welcome to another live episode. If you are not already a subscriber, a supporter, make sure you do that right now in this moment. Like, subscribe. And if you have not shared our channel with a friend or a family member or a foe who can learn something, make sure you do that as well. Make sure you're sharing and inviting your friends and all that good stuff so we can continuously make the community grow. What's up with my partner, man?
Oh, man, another day, another dollar.
Mm.
Love when we get the dollars. Wish we had more time in the day to collect more dollars.
Another day, another dollar. It's interesting that you started off with that, because that, my friend, would be known as an idiom or a saying. And you know, before we got on just now, I was thinking about, we talked about it before, how people use sayings, and we use sayings freely, but don't always know exactly where they came from or originated from. So I want to, even if it's not today, but on a day, start to pick certain idioms and break them down and give people the history behind and the best practices behind the sayings that we often use without really knowing the history and the best practices of those sayings. Because a lot of times they sound great and we use them, even if we collectively have a general understanding of them. You know what I mean? To get a deeper understanding, it could be something beneficial. Because some sayings people may use and be like, if they knew the history of it, they probably wouldn't even use it.
Yeah, they said about the word N-I-G-G. But we know the history of the word. We just chose to take it and make it our own.
Indeed.
Come on in. I love you, word.
Come on in. I love
I'm trying to get better with a lot of profanity. It seems like lately I've been getting worse. I've been getting worse. I've been trying to get better. I try to move away from it. How I feel like a chingy. Every time I try to leave, something keep pulling me back. So I can't get rid of the profanity yet. But in sports news, the Raiders.
No, the Raiders. It's always Raiders news.
That's all. That's the only sports I cover. The Raiders, the Warriors, and the Raiders and the Warriors. As for the Warriors, Jimmy came out there looking good. As for the Raiders, we just made all our coaching hires complete. So we got a squad over here. We looking like we're gonna be them boys next year. Yeah, we look like we're gonna finish first in our division. But that's always what we do as Raiders fans. We get hella juiced up in the beginning and hella let down in the end. Welcome to Raider Nation.
It's very consistent, I'll say that, of you to come on speaking about the Raiders and then the Warriors as if the Super Bowl hasn't just passed and there were two other teams that just literally played in the Super Bowl and there was a winner of said Super Bowl. It's very no mention of that whatsoever. Straight to the, you know, my little brother told me, don't nobody care about the Super Bowl from the Bay Area, because his reason is because he said that the All-Star weekend is here right now in the Bay, and everybody's just gearing up to hustle and make some money from that. And obviously, too, if you are a diehard Bay Area fan, neither one of your teams were even in the playoff mix this year. So you came in true to form talking about the Raiders.
Hey, listen. I don't deviate from my team, you know. But for us Raiders fans, we did get a win this weekend. The Philadelphia Eagles beat up on the reigning Super Bowl champions. Two times. They come in there and lose. They came in there and got their ass whooped. Like they didn't even want to play the game. But the true, in California fashion, winner of the NFL 2024 season Super Bowl goes to Kendrick Lamar.
Oh.
My nigga Kendrick went off real quick. And somebody said we have a lot. They told me this before we even got on. We have a lot to discuss about the halftime show. What did you think about it? Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the halftime show.
Every damn time, P.
Every damn time.
Every damn time. I figured, I say, man, I know he didn't watch the halftime show. Nigga, all right. What's up? So you didn't see the halftime show? None of it?
No.
You been seeing snippets?
No. What I did see, though, is that they had the dudes from the Bay that was dancers. That the people that was dancing, they're from the Bay. The one little dude, God dang it, what's his name?
I know what you're talking about. I've seen him.
Yeah, the little dude.
He
got a name behind himself, but you know, he from the city originally. He was there, and it was a bunch of other like dance crews that's actually from the Bay. So I did see that. I saw that because I saw somebody post Lil Cubs on there on a story. Well,
Kendrick came out with a message. Kendrick came out. I think Kendrick is kind of positioning himself to be like I don't want to say Malcolm X because it ain't that deep yet, but I think he's maybe not Malcolm X. What's the other guy I want to talk? He was a Black Panther. Fred Hammond? Is it Hammond? What's his name? I believe. I'm gonna go back and look that up. But he's another version of Tupac without the getting shot. so dead ass, right? So he didn't he antagonized Drake the whole time, right?
Doing the show? You talking about right now?
Yeah. Oh. No, the whole show. He had Samuel Jackson with him. Samuel Jackson came out as Uncle Sam.
During the Super Bowl?
This is his performance.
Oh.
Right? So okay. Samuel L. Jackson is Uncle Sam, which represents Uncle Sam, right? The Texas. And pretty much Uncle Sam was telling Kendrick, you know, be a good boy for these white folks on this TV.
Okay.
Be a good boy, you know what I'm saying? So Kendrick came out and just was like, look, the revolution will be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. This is how he came out. And pretty much the background dancers the dancers that you talk about, that was one part where he was walking by and he pretty much had them like in a prison. They was in prison beatboxing, you know what I'm saying, doing the things and dancing with their gold teeth and white t-shirts and hair. You know what I'm saying? That was that because that was the scene for right there. You know what I'm saying? And somebody else told me that them people probably was dead. And like Kendrick got so many messages behind it. You know what I mean? Like Serena Williams was dancing, you know, when she was crip walking, but she's in the box with an X, with a big ass X, right?
Serena Williams was in the Super Bowl too?
Right, because she crip walking. And then that's when she's in that big box that say X, because remember when Drake in the song, but not to Serena, we're gonna meet you now. You know when, so he was making all his reference points to Drake the whole time, but he was saying on a different level, you know, they want us to tone it down. They trying to strip away our rights. They trying to bring us back, but we're not going for it. Mm-hmm. So every message, he had the dancers came out in red, white, and blue. They made the flag saying that America was built on black people's backs, right? Telling people to turn the TV off because they overwhelming you. with they're overwhelming you with this President Musk and Vice President Trump. You know, did you see his son tell Trump to shut the fuck up? You're not the president.
No.
Elon Musk did that. Elon Musk was in the Oval Office talking more than the president was, and his son is in there talking. Everybody dressed in suits except for Elon Musk. Elon Musk in there in some sweatpants, a trench coat, got his son in there with the baseball hat on, told dude to shut the fuck up. You ain't the president, and you're not the president. You son talking shit. And they said this is the most powerless picture you ever seen from a president ever, because he don't even run the country. But anyway, let me get back. Drake. Some people said Drake's performance was boring because they didn't like the song selections, but it was coming off that Grand National album, which I like the album. So even when SZA came out and did her thing, like everything about that was the best Super Bowl I've seen, to me. The best Super Bowl halftime. And after it was over, they lost 13 million views. Right? After halftime, when Kendrick left, 13 million views went away. Right? So the whole message, Kendrick was out there delivering bars for bars. The message, it wasn't even what he was saying. He was giving it to you in the way on a Super Bowl, you better know what you see. But people listening for the words because they want to be dancing. And then he even did that they not like us. He said, yeah, I want to do my favorite song, but they want to sue. Remember Drake was suing them? You can't say this song no more. So Kendrick did his thing, and he still did the song, but he took out the words like pedophile and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get sued or censored. But the whole message behind what Kendrick did was something that people of all colors have to take notice to and start realizing that they're not like us. That's bigger than Drake. What they're doing right now with Elon Musk and Trump and his whole department of flunkies that he putting in office, they don't think like us. They don't move like us. They don't act, they don't live the way we live. So again, they run in our country and they implement shit that makes no sense for us. How's it gonna work for me and you if we see Kohl's and all these other big businesses going out of business because he's raising the eggs, the gas, the tariffs, the clothes, everything's going to go up. And they taking away all your Black history studies, and they taking away everything that we got going for ourselves. What do you think they trying to do to us as Black business owners? They trying to get rid of us too. And then they gonna make it hard for you to go out there and get a job. Now you can't go get no job because they saying we don't want to do diverse equity, whatever, right? So they want to stop you from learning Black history. They want to stop you from learning Spanish history. They want to stop you from learning anything that's white America, right? But we create everything. Every other color we create, they steal. We the only color that they label that with the black in front of it is black on black or black, but they don't do it for their own. And then they're taking everything that we got and they're making it harder for all of us and all of us who work in the same and live in the same communities. They're making it hard for all of us. If you don't live next door to Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, some of them other folks, Bill Gates and shit, they don't think like you. And even if you went there, they would sacrifice your ass. Hey, you want to go hunting? Let's go hunting. You go out there and find the wolf, and we gonna go find the deer, and and wave your hands like you just don't care, and we gonna shoot the deer. We won't hit you though. What was that? What was that president who did that? Remember the vice president shot his friend when they went hunting? Dan Quayle, wasn't that his name? Remember him?
Who?
Was it Dan Quayle? Yeah. The one Rossborough, I think it was Dan Quayle when he was out there and he shot the guy and then he said it was an accident.
Damn.
Hunger Games.
Cold game.
Right. This is what they doing to us right now, though. This is what they doing to us right now. They don't appreciate what we're doing. So businesses like you, train the brain. Businesses like self-invest, Seed Transportation. Businesses like luxurious styling. Businesses like whatever business, Jaron Rose, whatever business that we got going, they making it harder for us to be able to survive and thrive while they're making it. They're going to benefit off of our hurt. So when we crash and burn, which they trying to make us do, then we're going to be forced to come crawling. So whatever they're implementing, they're going to be able to do, and we're not going to have no say about it. We just going to be, can I have some more? You know what I'm saying? What you got, P?
Well, first of all, I ain't never doing that. I'm not never going to do. So if that's the plan, that shit ain't going to work. I don't know who it's going to work with. I can't speak for everybody, but I'm not never doing that. I mean, first of all, I see, here's the benefit of what you just said. Here's one benefit. And we talk, and that's what I was talking about a couple episodes ago. You know, we when you come from, like I was talking about this before, and remember I was like, I didn't feel like everybody was feeling me, but what you just said kind of brought me back to it. When you come from so-called humble beginnings and you have standards and practices that you were taught and had to go through just to be able to so-called survive and or thrive, or things that you had to, a way of life, a way of thinking, a way of being that you had to adapt to, whether you wanted to or not. And by doing so, it gave you a certain level of character, stability, fortitude that could never be taken or broken. That a lot of people who otherwise never had to go through those things were not taught or exposed to, because they were, you know, their lifestyle, like you said, they think different, were taught different, live differently. Now you can learn the ways of others, right?
Mm-hmm.
People can move from one country to a foreign country that they never been to. And the country that they come from, they know those ways. But when they go to a country far deep down, no matter where it is, if they spend enough time there, they can also learn and adapt the ways of that country. Because the human body, just like any other body, any other organism, adapts, it learns, it's adaptive. I don't think I said that word correctly, but you get the point. It adapts, right? So we can learn and adapt to different environments, meaning we can scale up without even necessarily putting a whole lot of effort into it, because that's just what the organism, the human body, mind, body, spirit is triggered to do. Right? It's triggered to learn and advance and grow and respond to its environment. So when you have these humble beginnings or whatever it may be where you started from, if someone tries to humble you or tries to throw certain things at you, don't forget where you come from. Stand on that and don't become weak. It would be a weakness for a person to allow another individual to dictate who they are at their core. Yeah, things could be difficult. Yeah, things could be challenging. Yeah, it could be more hurdles to get over for certain people. But if you've been there before, if history happens to repeat itself, remember the fortitude that you have within you and use it, and also learn to adapt and scale up when you get into the environment that you are going into. Learn what it is to, why the fuck? Why the fuck is one person more powerful than another? Fear no man but God. God is not even a man. And no man is God. So why the fuck is one person or a group of people more powerful than another? These are false powers that people give into. And it's true, and this is crazy because on my board at the studio, this is the quote that I put up for the month. People have the power to make themselves weak, just as people have the power to make themselves strong. The question then becomes, how powerful are you? The other side of that quote, the second part of that is the statement, the statement that the power belongs to the people is true, but the people are in the practice of giving their power away. So, and this is on my board for our mindset of the month as we train in my studio, right? It's about power. what you were just talking about is power. Those are false powers when you talk about Elon Musk and all that shit, because those are men, right? The real power is not that. So long story short, the power is to the people, but people are manipulating it into the practice of giving their power away. Don't be easily manipulated. Don't give your power away. Also, people have the power to make themselves weak, just as people have the power to make themselves strong. So the question then becomes, how powerful are you?
You know, we always saying we want change out here. We always saying that because we all want something different. And then sometimes we get it and we don't really want it because we don't know what we asked for. Another one of them idioms you spoke of. Be careful what you ask for because you just might get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now we are.
That one that's your you bring that one up a lot.
Well, which one?
Be careful what you ask for because you just might
get it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But it's an idiom. You know what I'm saying? But people be wanting change, and we all got this little thing. One of the people that I like to listen to is Les Brown. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I've heard that name before.
Well, I like Les Brown. He's my motivational speaker.
He's a speaker, and I think he owns real estate or something like that.
I don't even think he do real estate. I just know he does motor. I don't even know how much more if he still travels.
He was in Atlanta doing a conference before, so I
probably.
Think
but yeah. Les Brown, one of the things that he always
told me about him.
Yeah, I told you about him.
It was probably you.
Yeah. What he always say is, you got to be hungry. You got to be hungry. That's my favorite shit. So the reason I'm asking that, and the reason I'm saying that is because us as a society, as a culture, as a people, we always say we want change, and we expect somebody else to make change. You just asked this question: why do we give one man so much power?
Mm-hmm.
When it was a black man, and I ain't trying to just go on color, but when it was a black man, Malcolm X, remember? When he had all the nation walking with him, and he stopped and he pointed and they moved in synchronicity, you heard the white man say, that's too much power for one man to have. But yet in the same breath, turn around and say, this is the right man to have it. You know what I'm saying? My question to all the people is, are we hungry? Are you hungry? Are you really hungry? Like people be saying, oh, I want to get all this money. I want to be this. I want to do that. I want to have this. I want to have that. Everybody got the ideology and got an idea and they got wants. Everybody got a want. But who the fuck is really hungry enough to go get it? Who the fuck is hungry enough to get out here and go eat? And then it's the problem. Y'all say y'all want to eat, but then when the food get on your plate, you don't want to eat. I'm full. When you hungry, it gotta be about more than about money, or more than about the material things that come from it. There's got to be something that come from your diaphragm that I'm still learning how to breathe from.
Shout out to
Shout out to Sanaa. Gotta let that fire come and be hungry and know that you want to get. This is what we need collectively as a people, as a community. And not just my community over here where I stand, but all of us worldwide.
Indeed.
This is what we need as a community. We got to be hungry enough to say, we want the change, dead ass. And we're going to really stand on business, dead ass. But it don't have to resort to violence, even though it at some point, it spills over. It's always going to be somebody in there, right? But collectively, we got to start putting our eyes on the food that we want, on the plate that we want. And we got to stop looking for individual buffets. You understand? We got to stop looking for these buffets where we can go take our plate and start picking here and there what we want. We got to come together collectively and see the cow. We got to see the elephant. We got to collectively see. We got to become ants and pile up on the bigger animal that's out there that's controlling. This is what we have to do. We got to get hungry for the same food. You know what I'm saying? We got to make our tastes align with one another's so that we can push forward to achieve the goal that we want to achieve as a people moving forward, not for just us, because whatever we're going to do now is we're going to lose some, we're going to win some. But if we can do it right and we make our taste align our goal, our hunger, our passions align. Even if it ain't for the longest time, but let's lock in real quick on this. Let's lock in on this and make everything align with this. And let's go attack that. Because as long as we sit over here, individuals, we can wave to each other. Bye. Bye to our dreams. Bye to our ambitions. Bye to our hopes. Bye to our courage. Bye to our finances. As long as we keep being individuals, we can fall quick. But as soon as we come together and make that fist, we can start doing damage and knocking and getting some change and getting some differences. But we don't. So this is what we need to start doing as a people, is start aligning instead of letting this division that's coming, because it's a whole lot of division. But it's division for no reason, because we all live in the same damn communities. Why are we letting them divide us when we all live in the same house? We all live under the same umbrella. The government governs all of us. This is one big house that we all live under. Nobody lives no better than the other when you live in the same floor on the same rooms. We just recycling the rooms. The motherfucker who got the paper don't even live in the house with us. But they're gonna keep on tricking you and putting this shit on TV and putting this shit on social media and overwhelming you with this stupid shit because they wanted to keep distracted instead of letting us focus our hunger on the real fucking target and let us all lock in and go for what we want.
Which is exactly why when you say, Pete, have you seen? 9.9 times out of 10, my answer is no, for the exact reason that you said, because I want to be aligned with my own focus and purpose and minimize distractions. And yeah, I know that the pushback, people always say, well, you got to know what's going on. But, you know, a teacher taught me something. I learned this. I was in the 8th grade summer going to the 9th grade. And a teacher taught me this. I took summer school. I didn't need it. My grades was good. I just took it just to do it. And I took this. It was a critical thinking class. That was the name of it. And the teacher was not a teacher from our school. It was not a person I ever met. It was I think it was like a Spanish dude, right? The teacher. And I took the summer school class, and it was critical thinking. And he taught us a lot. He taught us a lot about critical thinking. I wish I knew his name because he was actually a great teacher. But this is where I learned propaganda. He taught me, I learned, I'm assuming everybody else did, what propaganda is and how it is used. He also talked about the news and what the news really is and why people watch the news and what it is at its root. Some of that was tied into the propaganda. He also talked about commercials, like how commercials are used to trigger responses from audiences depending on their age group and mindset. But it was a critical thinking course. And that's where I learned about propaganda. So yeah, that's part of the reason, not the class itself, but maybe that has something to do with it, you know. But what you just said, I'm saying in reference to what you just said, is part of the reason why I purposely choose to be mindful of what I indulge my mind into and skip over things that I feel like could be propaganda or affect me in a way that I don't want to be affected. And I want to encourage others to do the same, because like you just said, then we can kind of get the same taste buds. We can kind of start aligning where what we want to eat. But if you can cause confusion and division over here while you're secretly very well organized over here, you're learning how to control this environment over here, because that environment is not as organized as this organization. This organization, even though they may have feuds with power and structure within themselves, they all still understand there's a hierarchy and they're organized within that hierarchy. When here, people are looking there because they're secretly being divided and confused by that same hierarchy that they're looking to, that they complain about, but they still participate in, right? So if you can align your own taste, like you said, your appetite with your people, then the power is to the people. But the people got to quit giving their power away. I want to go to these comments real quick. I like what Cece said a minute ago. Perfect time to create trust and put your assets and businesses in them. So when you were talking about, you know, things being changed and, you know, people probably having to start over, CC was saying that this is a perfect time to lean on your business and your assets and put everything that you have into it and create something that will fill a void for people, not run from it or be shy from it. And I completely agree, because a lot of times, just in the history of the framework of all countries, not just this country, things were started when there was a need, when things were at their minimum, it was the minimum. And things needed to be created, things needed to be restructured, things needed to come along that gave people what they needed and filled voids. So definitely you can look at one thing with two sides, and the same thing with two different sides of energy. You can look at it with despair or hope, and you can create, or a person could choose to not create and fail, right? But I agree that when things seem like they are difficult, that's a perfect time to create hope for individuals, and you and make that an asset that people cling to. Miss Rent said, understanding who and what is really in control, Deuteronomy 31:8. People will say they are hungry, then I think that's supposed to say complain about how much is on their plate.
Yeah. She was just saying, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Everybody say they want to eat, but then when they start eating and when the work start coming, nobody want to do the work.
All this. I didn't ask for all this.
Yeah. But I got a question for you. Again, we play chess. We chess players. And we both regard ourselves as king, especially of our castles.
Indeed.
What does it take? What's the cost? What's the cost?
Another idiom.
What's the cost you would have to pay a king to make him give you his crown?
Life.
So death. Because the reason I asked that, if Donald Trump is sitting at the throne, that's king. But Elon Musk is running the country. What do this man got on you? Or what price did he pay for you to take off your crown and hand it to somebody else? That's a question right there, because like you just said, the only answer that could have been was life. That's what I would think. So what do he have on him? What do he have on him? And I just heard that he just awarded, Elon Musk just gave Donald Trump $400 million for taking him off of TikTok, for taking him off of X and undoing his account. This is what's that movie that we didn't watch before? P, I don't know. What they y'all know, if y'all know it in the comments, put it in the comments, where they shut down the city for one purge.
Oh,
the purge. This is what it looked like it's going to, don't it? The purge. Hunger Games. Because that was another thing that Kendrick had up there, the Hunger Games. So the rich people playing with the poor people's lives. When you ever seen how many helicopters and airplanes you seen fall out the sky out of nowhere? These shit just falling out the sky left and right. And then they charging hella high for plane tickets. I seen a plane ticket yesterday, $1,121 from Atlanta to Vegas. Right. When the fuck? And then you get up in the air and hit another plane. These motherfuckers is wrecking. They just picking up shit and throwing them.
That was not Hunger Games. That was Squid Games, whatever that is. I don't know what Squid Games is. Somebody got to tell me. The phrase, we was talking about the idiom that you brought up, another day, another dollar. The phrase, another day, another dollar itself comes from the building of the Panama Canal, where workers were rumored to receive a single dollar a day as compensation for their labor.
You went and looked that up, didn't you?
Sure did. Another day, another dollar. Now, it's used frequently, right? It's used frequently every day. You know what I mean? And it's one of those idioms that, we use and people know. But there you go. There's a history of it. Another day, another dollar. Literally means that people were trading their time for $1 a day to build the Panama Canal. Now, how significant is the Panama Canal?
I ain't never been there, so I don't know how significant it is.
I mean,
but
I don't know the history, but we've heard of it, so I know it has some huge significance.
If they was getting $1 a day, I'm pretty sure they were there every day. Because that dollar probably was hitting back then, though. $1 probably, because $1 used to buy us a lot in the 80s. So I don't even know when the Panama came, but
there you go.
that dollar had to be hitting. That
Panama
was a good dollar.
Canal de Panama is an artificial 82-kilometer, 51-mile waterway in Panama that connects the Caribbean Sea with the Pacific Ocean. So it's a man-made connection, like a highway, basically, from the Caribbean Sea to the Pacific Ocean. It cuts across the narrowest point of the Isthmus of Panama and is a conduit for the maritime trade between Atlantic and Pacific Oceans.
All right, question. Oh, damn, I'm all over here. Listen, is it harder for black men to be successful if they didn't have somebody successful in their life to kind of guide them?
Then who?
Then white people. Let me I don't want to say. Let me not say white people. Other people. Then other people. And then like the question was, it wasn't really a question, it was a statement. It says it's harder for black men to be a success if they don't come from it. It's harder for black men to be a success if they don't come from it. And then you ask the question. The question had raised, what if Barack Obama didn't have 2 daughters? What if he had 2 sons? Would they get the same kind of treatment, I guess? I ain't saying that the girls get nothing different, but what if it was 2 young men that their father was the president, not out here smoking crack and doing hookers and beating cases and things like that? Even though if I was the president and my kids got in trouble, I'm just saying, I'm like Dion out this motherfucker. We expunging everything. But is it harder for black men? Is it harder for black men? I'm gonna say black men. Is it harder for us to be a success without it coming from it?
Yeah, I think so when you talk about so-called black men and so-called white, I think that first and foremost, it depends on what a person's depiction of success is for themselves. You know, because that's a very broad, just saying success. So first, a person has to identify, because success can be somebody who wanted to write a book and they wrote a book. They're successful. I heard this dude say, that's an old speaker, success could be a mom who wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And she's a stay-at-home mom, but she does a very great job of it and really takes it seriously. So success starts with a person having a goal is the point that really is true to their nature and their purpose, and they obtain it. Success is not what people often connected to, which is money, wealth, right? But if we're talking about the success of wealth, the game of money, then that's a different conversation. Because a person could be successful at achieving the things that they want to achieve without the so-called white man's money. And that doesn't make them any less of a success. And no one should ever feel like they're less of a success for walking in their purpose, even if they're not as wealthy as certain individuals when it comes to man-made money. But they're much more wealthy in their spirit, their work ethic, their purpose, who they are, their character. So it depends on how you are measuring success. You feel me?
Right.
But if you're measuring it in that standard, I think being successful for any person is a challenge. So that's the other thing I want to say. I think it's a challenge for any person to find their purpose, walk in their purpose, not because of what their nationality, skin color, or complexion is, but just because it's difficult for the average person to be successful in finding their purpose, walking in their purpose, and achieving a goal. Worthwhile goals are challenging. This shit ain't easy. That's why a lot of people don't always reach them, because it's easier to do nothing than it is to work for something. So if a person is going into it feeling like it's going to be too hard and they start looking for excuses, like it's harder because of this or that, well, they're failing to realize it's hard for anybody. Even though it may seem like it was easier, it's going to be challenging and challenges along the way, even when you become quote unquote successful. Challenging yourself in a healthy way is how you become successful. You don't become successful without healthy challenges, worthwhile challenges that lead you to a worthwhile goal. That's how you become successful. But now, are there certain hurdles and barriers and things that certain people have to overcome that others don't? Absolutely. Those things do exist, and people have to be aware of those things and navigate a little bit. Their role might be a little bit different, a little more challenging, but just at the root of it itself, challenging yourself in a healthy way is how you become better. That's inside the gym. That's inside your personal life. That's with anything. Healthy challenges is how you progress. You can't run from challenges.
I always say excuses equals failure and lies equals demise. Lies equal demise. I can't stand no damn liar. I can't stand no lie. I think that's more. I think lying and a liar is a big ass pet peeve of mine. Like, nigga, why you always lying?
My mom said the two worst people in the world are a liar and a drunk.
The drunk gonna tell the truth, and they don't care.
Also say a drunk ain't shit.
They probably ain't, but one thing they gonna do is tell you the truth.
They might tell you the truth about what they feel, but what they ain't gonna do is truly get their ass up and go be productive. They quick to talk shit. Oh, a liar and a thief. My bad. I guess
liar and a thief.
The liar and the thief.
Liar and a thief.
Liar and a thief. I said the drunk. A liar and a thief, because a thief is untrustworthy and to steal from you, and a liar goes hand in hand with a thief.
My mama say, if you a lie, you will steal. If you a steal, you will kill. My mama say something like that. Anyway, what does legacy look like to you, P?
Legacy is something that is built by an individual on their work ethic and their merits that they'll be remembered by. People will speak of this person in a certain light based on what they were able to create, show, and the impression that they were able to, the mark they were able to leave on people's lives from whatever they did at their highest level of doing it. And they become a legend in their own right, like a living legend and a legend after they gone, which leads to their legacy. It's not about like fame, or fame doesn't equal legacy. You know what I mean? So it's what a person creates, builds, and how they impact individuals who, when they're not around, whether they're alive or, passed on, when people speak about them, how those individuals speak about that person's name, right? When they speak about a person, they say, this person stands for this. This person stood on that. This person is a reflection of this. That's a legend, living legend, or a legend that is passed on, that builds a legacy based on the impact that others see in them when they speak on their behalf.
To me, when I was growing up, I always like big companies, like remember Brown's Brothers? Remember Brown's Brothers, the shoe company, down Webster. Well, Johnson and Johnson, General Mills, people who make medicines. To me, that's always been the vision and the goal for me. So even when I ask, like, if we didn't see nobody being successful, is it hard to we don't really come from it. You know what I'm saying? When we don't have that role model. To me, the legacy is creating a role. To me, it's the legacy is creating the role model. It's creating a person that my children, my grandchildren, my great great grandchildren, my great great grandchildren can say, my dad, my granddad, my great great grandpa, he started something, and he did it with one truck. And him and his friend was on a podcast, and they didn't even have that many people, but they just kept going. And before you know it, Sieve Transportation, No Cap, Casey Cotton, Paris Northfleet, however they want to put it, it's out there where these two young men hopped on something, and they talked about something totally different when everybody was talking about something different. They push motivation. While everybody pushing motivation, what make y'all different?
Well, they was all the same thing. Yeah.
Right. What made y'all different? But y'all did it. You know what I'm saying? And because we did it, our kids can walk by and hold their head up so they know this was the house that he's like Dr. King they trying to tear down Dr. King, but when one idol falls, another one arises. Right. But you don't got to be the idol, but you want to leave something idolizing. To me, I want to leave something that my kids can say, you know what? I don't care what nobody said about my dad. If you met him, man, he more than likely he changed something about your life. If you met him, he brought a glow to you. When you see these cars and these houses and the way we move and the way we talk and we feel free and feel like we can breathe, that's the effect that my daddy has on you, that my dad has on you. That's the effect that Casey had on me. That's the effect that my friend had on me. My legacy, that the way I see legacy, for me, is to is creating. That's why I don't mind the hard work. God knew what he did when he made me. He made me a Virgo, the closest thing to perfection. The hardest work, and it's the truth. It's the hardest truth, right? But he made it for me that way because I don't mind the work, just like you don't mind the work. I don't mind working to get out here and create something because I'm hungry enough for all of us. I'm hungry enough for all of us, so I'm gonna go get it so that my kids, and I know they're gonna probably be weak, but guess what? If my name, if what I've done can create a place where they feel comfortable enough to be sorry. And they kids, listen, I want to create an environment for my kids to, I don't want to say be sorry, but I want to create an environment where they can do what they want to do and pray that God gives them the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding to know that money ain't everything, that it's the root of all evil, but we need it to survive, but also the moral character and the compass that you live by, your G code, your name. That shit is what matters more than money. Can you stand on your business? Can you hold your head up when you walk in the room? Can you walk in the room and feel like you're the strongest person in the room, as you would say, even if you're not? Can you hold your own in our room? That's the legacy I want to create, and that's what legacy looks like to me, building something that my kids and great kids for generations to come can say, you know what? I wasn't around in that era, but I heard them fools in 2025 went crazy.
Pisces, known for being creative.
This nigga right here, man, get that shit out. Fuck you, nigga came with a Wikipedia, nigga. Fuck, nigga. You nut ass nigga. This nigga's a nut. Nigga, Pisces. Fuck. Go ahead. Oh.
Indeed. Nah, but yeah, definitely create. When you asked about legacy, that word create came up in my conversation too, just like it came up in yours. So I agree with you. Creating something that lives well beyond you. You know what I mean? Even while you're living, it touches and impacts people. That's a great scenario because you can see it while you're here. And then even when a person is gone, it still lives on. You know what I mean? So yeah, legends create legacies.
And that's what we're doing right now.
Indeed. Let's see. Anything else you got along those lines?
No. Just, man, look at who you are. Look at who I am. Look at what we're doing, man. And we don't even know who paying attention to us. But the little things that we do, man, our kids might be bigger than us with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? We might ride by a billboard one day and see, our kids up on billboards, the biggest thing, bigger than Kai Cenat and Taylor Swift and all of them. You know what I'm saying? And just know that, hey, that's that legacy.
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't got too much more. I know we got to get off soon because I know you got things to do too.
Mom said she liked your shirt. I
appreciate it.
The first time you wore it.
Yeah. Hey, Pete, don't be running back telling I wore it the second time. I knew we live. God damn. Cut that out.
Okay. This is the first time you ever wore it. She knows.
You better know it. Shit, edit it out.
It don't matter.
A good day today, man.
Y'all,
how was your day?
Huh?
How was your day?
Oh, all is well, man. I was just about to say, they got the All-Star weekend going on out here in the Bay. And I've never been to an All-Star weekend event ever in my life. I never cared to. Like, nothing against anybody who has, but I'm just saying I've never traveled and went to, it'd be All-Star weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I've never
go this week.
Well, I am, but you know why?
I can understand why.
I mean, I'm getting young moolah, right. You know what I mean? So, I got me and my boy has his own company, which is they do the transportation, the private transportation, black trucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other boy, he got the Sprinter, and we got some the black trucks, Suburbans. So collectively, we have a fleet that we're building, and like my boy said, him and his business partner started it, but I trained him as well, right? But he came and he was like, I mentioned this like a couple months ago. I was like driving for my boy, helping him with his company. And he was like, I knew what I was doing. I just needed to get you in the da. Because basically what he was saying, he knew that I could get into doors that needed to be gotten into. You know what I mean? And so we've been able to get into a few business opportunities with the fleet, and I'll probably end up becoming a partner of the company. You know what I mean? It wasn't never my plan. This was his plan the whole time. I didn't know, but I'll probably end up becoming a partner of the company. But no, so I got some events to do just for the cars, for the fleet. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hey, man, get your money, man. Gotta have money, have heart, have more than one hustle. So can't knock a man hustle, man.
Yeah. So if you need a black truck service and you're in the Bay Area, tap in.
Hey, y'all know this was the Thursday night special. We going back Wednesdays?
Next week we tried it out, and when I say try, I mean the word try, because you can try a restaurant, you can try on clothes, you can try out certain things. We tried Thursday last week and this week, just because of my schedule for driving. On Wednesdays, I have a consistent client that I'm booked, that I actually train, that I also do the car service for as well. So but anyway, we did the Thursdays. Next week we will be back on Wednesday at 6:30, and we'll possibly maybe get a Sunday in now that football season is over, and KC ain't yelling at the TV, about the damn Raiders. Maybe we can start back getting on Sundays as well.
We're gonna try to get this Sunday in. I'm just niggas. You can throw niggas on blast, boy. You ain't what? Call this nigga when we get off the camera. Like, nigga, why you put me on blast?
Talked about my damn shirt. Talked about
hey,
Sunday.
God damn, can't win today. Listen, man, I was tired. This was a busy ass day. I've been ripping and running. So, man, when I got in the house, I'm like, man, it's Thursday too. I came here and ate real quick. I got an itis over here, but hey, y'all know we had spiritual warfare. So make sure y'all praying. Make sure y'all staying prayed up. Make sure that y'all protecting and sending blessings over y'all families. Take some olive oil, hit y'all doors, hit y'all windows, man. Blow some cinnamon in there. I heard that's a good thing. Whatever you got to do to make sure that you protecting yourself, because it's not just what's going on outside, it's what's going on the inside. A lot of stuff, these things can affect your mind. So make sure your mental health is good, clarity. Make sure y'all breathing. Even if you ain't doing the exercise, like Pete would say, you know, and I'm with him on that, man, make sure you exercising your mind, even if it means reading a book or just deactivating and shutting down everything for 5 minutes just so you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself that, man. Make sure you got a friend that you can talk to when you that don't mind listening and don't mind giving back feedback, and you know, make sure you're the same friend that'll take it and give back, because we all need it in these times. It's a lot of things can be overwhelming. When things get overwhelming, take some time, sit back, reflect, breathe, deactivate, and then come back. Trying and giving up, you know, trying is giving yourself a reason to fail. We know, but like Pete said, man, you can try restaurants. It's not trying; it's an attempt. You know what I'm saying? We attempt, and then we go on and attempt something different. You know what I'm saying? Because we not failing. We're just saying we're recognizing when something ain't for us and don't work, and then we move on to the next one. And maybe once we got a little bit more experience, we can double back and try it again. Well, attempt it again. Watching my words. But y'all make sure y'all staying prayed up, and know that man, we in Libra, Leo. So y'all might be getting some crazy dreams and shit. Crazy dreams. So make sure y'all not eating before y'all go to bed, and pay attention to what y'all see. You know what I'm saying? What you got, P?
No, I had this is a quote I had put out the other day.
Sometimes just listening is the answer.
Yeah, you were talking about being that friend for individuals and being, you know, and having that friend from individuals. Like, I think sometimes people think that they always have to have an answer of some sort. You know what I mean? And it's great to have a good answer that helps somebody and motivates them. But sometimes the answer is just listening. That's the only answer. Like, that's really, and it helps, you know, just to have a solid listener that will actually listen, not trying to overtalk or be judgmental, just listening, you know. Sometimes that's, and you know, you got to know when, you know, but yeah, sometimes it's just listening is the answer. So when you said that, it reminded me of this quote that I put out 2 days ago. And these quotes that I'm talking about, I put them up in my studio. I write them on the my board in there. I post them around. I got a bunch of these things that one of my members made from when I started making quotes a long time ago. They're in my book, Train the Brain, Anybody Will Follow. But also, I post them on my social media page every day. I post a quote. Sometimes they were like a quote that I posted already. It just depends. Usually it's like from having a conversation. Like, I was talking to somebody, or I'll have been coached somebody, and the quote will come up organically, and that'll be the one that I'll post for the day. Because I used it in a best practice that day. So in any case, yeah. So that's why you always hear me referencing these quotes, because I actually use them.
Yeah, I'm changing your name to Hey Man P.
Who?
Hey Man P. That's your new name.
Hella Jobs.
Nigga got a quote for everything. Hey, y'all know today we're gonna have peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I got a quote for that.
I do. You can't cut corners like you cut corners on a P&J sandwich.
Nigga got a quote for everything. Man, I don't feel like going to work today. Got a quote for that.
Your ass is lazy though. Nah, you probably don't feel like going to work because that shit ain't working for you. Work ain't working for you. You need to work for yourself.
Hey man, it's P.
Yeah.
I got 64 quotes.
I probably do. And I probably do. I ain't never counted them.
Hey man, it's okay, because as long as you got them, man, that mean your brain working. You keep on putting them out there, because somebody's gonna pick it up when you put it down. That's all that matters. But
Indeed.
we out this thing, y'all. Hey, y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all share.
Invite.
Invite.
There's not an invite tab that says invite, but invite.
And CC. Yeah. We getting your ass on here, because, hey, I think I can't wait for CC to come on here, because she's a nut. She's talking about some what up. Yeah, she's a nut. Can't wait to get her on here because that's going to be an excellent conversation. I would like to see that. I'm going to listen to you two talk because I believe you two have a lot in common. Good job. So, CC, we'll see you on here soon. She told me she got to get her hair right.
Man, if you don't throw a Erykah Badu scarf on that shit and let's go, and you still ain't sent the picture of your shirt.
You still ain't seen. I ain't seen no picture, no shirt, no sweatsuits, no nothing.
Shamika,
no nothing.
And Shamika have been good for chiming in one time here and there and say something, and then she gone the rest of the show. She sure ain't seen no picture in her sweatsuit either.
Man, what Tupac say with Nate Dogg on the song? Scandalous, scandalous. Scandalous. Hey, man. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Hey, you better put that shirt on and get your ass on this show.
That came from our hard-earned pennies.
Better know. You know how many days we have to be out here hustling? All my life I got to work. And you don't want to put on this shirt? We better see some sweatsuits and t-shirts. Shit.
Yeah, we ain't sending out shit else to nobody else.
Man, all we do, hey man, listen, man. All we giving out now is advice.
Yeah. We about to start charging that shit by the minute.
By the minute, pay per minute.
Like a 900, one 900. What is it?
Hey man, yeah, man. And if y'all know my quote, I got a quote that I like to use. I can't use it on here, but I'm gonna say it like this: when the toe's out, y'all know the rest. If you know, you know.
The hole's out.
I guess you know, but P, you keep on just telling every goddamn thing. Man. God dang, get off.
There's no cap. There's no cap.
Shit, this nigga, the whole time. Yeah, nigga, that's it. Shit. God damn, nigga, telling today. I gotta watch this nigga.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought CC said it too. I thought that's in spring and summer, but you know, whatever.
These chicken fingers, man, coming out daily. I'm out here just doing this. Let me get up off this motherfucker. Hey, let's go, hey, man. Hey, we on Wednesday and
possibly Sunday.
And what Sunday? This Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday. What other Sunday we talking about? Next Sunday is a whole nother Sunday. What? That's a whole nother Sunday.
Hey, y'all be on. If y'all see it come up on y'all notifications that we'll be on Sunday, then that means we'll be on Sunday. I'll talk to P by Saturday. We'll figure it out. Until then, shit, we'll be back on Wednesdays at our same bad place, same bad time.
Yep, tell a friend to tell a friend to chime in. Go download the Trainer Brain Fit Club fitness app if you haven't done it already. It's available on all platforms. So if you got an Android or iPhone, you can download it. Go get that so you can keep your daily fitness minutes up. Download the app. Also, if you need anything, daily motivation, Casey got his page and his Instagram for the daily motivation. And of course, if you need any moving or anything, especially in the Atlanta, Georgia metropolitan and surrounding areas, tap in. And if you need it in the Bay Area, we also got some connections out here for you.
Oh, man, I was just going to say, man, hey, you ever know when you know your worth? Ooh, I'll tell you about it next week when I make it happen. But somebody did something today and it made me say,
That's what I was talking about. I'm going to take credit for planting that seed. I'm going to take credit for planting that seed. That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Hey, y'all start coming in when we about to leave. Y'all scamming. Y'all should have been here on time.
Well,
y'all should have been here on time. Anyway, I'm going to leave y'all with a joke. Why should you stay away from a pig who knows karate?
You said what? Say it again.
Because you might get a pork chop.
Oh.
Womp, womp, womp. Whatever, P. Don't whatever, P. Whatever, P. Whatever, P. Whatever, P.
You told him.
Whatever, P. Let me have my joke. Whatever, P. Let me have my joke. Let me have my joke. Hey, let me have my joke.
Look, I just did these.
Yeah.
He's finna drop.
Oh, you got the jackets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a nice jacket, right?
Those dropping this week.
Hey, man. I got 36 coats, 17 sweatsuits, one jean.
Mm-hmm. Dropping that what's called it near you.
I got Shake Man. I got Train the Brain beats. You ever had a Train the Brain beat?
Indeed.
Not the headset man, the juice.
No, for real. Beet juice. I knew what you was talking about.
I knew you did. I knew you did your healthy ass.
I knew exactly what you was talking about.
Yeah, nigga, I got them beats too.
Why are you bullshitting?
Hey man, watch when you come back next week. You're gonna see Train the Brain TV.
Why are you bullshitting?
This nigga piece it up, take it. If it come out, nigga, and you can sell it, it got to Train the Brain on it.
Hey man,
Come on with it, man.
Everything.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, listen, man, hustle, man. Hey, have money, have heart, have more than one hustle, brother. You are living proof, man, that niggas gonna get out there and go get it. You show what it look like to be hungry, brother. And then I admire what you do. You know what I'm saying? Buy black, buy Train the Brain Fit Club. There you go.
Indeed.
There you go. And send one of them damn smoothies out here so I can sample it, because I do reviews too.
Oh yeah, I got it. No, for real. I want you to taste it and do an honest review because they smacking. You know what I'm talking about? He talking about my I was about to say the Fit Fuel. We have another one that we just made, but anyway, he's talking about the mass milk. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, come on with it. Hey man, we up out this thing. P. Let's get up out of here, man. Y'all came late.
Here, in and out.
Yeah, we'll be back on Sunday.
We aiming for Sunday. And oh yeah, food reviews for sure. Yeah, live. If you ain't see, I posted something on my Instagram page of people taste testing what I made. I made it like 5 years ago in my own kitchen. And I was in there and my lady and my son thought I was crazy. Like, what the hell are you doing? And then I was in there and I tasted it one day. It took me like 2 weeks. I was like, ooh, taste this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote down all the ingredients. I put it on a post-it note like this. I put it on a post-it note like this. I gave it to my lady and said, master this and don't ever forget how to make it. I don't even know how to make the shit no more. She do. But I created it on this, and it's down to a science now. And I make it right in the kitchen. Well, she make it in the kitchen.
Hey, man, we're going to do some food reviews, too. Next week's food review.
Yeah, you bring your potato salad.
I ain't got to even bring that out, brother. That shit don't last. That shit don't last at all. And I don't even want to make it. So I'm bringing, I'm going to try some, next week I'm going to try some surprise food.
Hey, maybe we should do that. We just came up with a segment. We could both bring a food review of the day. Let's do it. I like it. And we can give people food reviews because I eat a certain way, you eat a certain way, and collectively we can start giving people, you know what I mean? I like it. Hey, guess what? I just thought of something. Just came to me out of nowhere. We're doing food reviews. I came up with it myself out of thin air. I just thought about it because I'm brilliant. And we're going to do food reviews from Coach P and KC.
Ooh. Delicious.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
He turned into goddamn Chris Tucker.
Hey, this is gonna be some deliciousness. So next week's food
reviews. We ain't gonna tell y'all what it is. You just gotta make sure you come prepared with your food review. Don't forget, food review coming soon. I'll have mine. KC will have his, and we'll bring our food reviews. We talking about
be ready.
Everything. You can go get it from a company. It could be something that somebody made, whatever. And we're going to give our honest review.
Yeah, I think it's going to be seafood next week. I think I'm going to try some oysters, raw oysters.
All right, so you go. All right, so seafood for you, oysters.
I don't know what it's going to be. I'm lying. I don't know what it's going to be, Pig. You know, depending on what my money looks like. This shit's expensive.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
We'll have
Might
food.
take an egg.
We'll have food review. Shit, I'm not paying for shit. I'm going to tell people, give it to me. I'm doing a review. Eat for free. Nigga, I'm reviewing your shit on my platform. Fuck you, man.
Fuck it. Hey, anyway, we gone, y'all. Because we're going to be on here. We ain't talking about nothing.
for another live episode of No Cap Live. We will see y'all on the next one. Make sure you stay tuned. I've been posting them, so make sure you look for the posting up there of when we coming on. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
In a minute. Y'all be good.